Welcome back to Bio News Network. We're actually working on our special report. We're tracking the movement of what's now known as Tropical Cyclone Elsa through the region of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, in the northeast. It's bringing a lot of showers to the region. We can actually see it on our Doppler radar, and based on our radar imagery, we actually see that the system is making its way slowly off of the continental United States, and with that, there's a scattered amount of thunderstorm activity, severe weather alerts in the region of Washington D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, even in New Jersey and New York. There was a lot of flooding actually reported in the region of New York and New Jersey, and we're just seeing thunderstorm thunderstorm winds reported all along the mid-Atlantic and northeastern seaboard as the system makes its way through into the ocean. We're hoping that it's going to have minimal thunderstorm, tropical storm damage in the region. It's actually been now called post-tropical cyclone Elsa, but the winds are still about 50 miles per an hour, and it's actually moving a little bit faster now at about 35 miles per an hour heading through the northeast. Based on our projections, we anticipate that by midday on Saturday, it will be heading out uh, over an ocean mass, and we anticipate that it will not have an effect as far as impact, as far as possible loss of power, tropical storm damage, and winds and hail and all the different elements such as tornadoes that were impacting residents even in North Carolina, Georgia, into South Carolina as the system made its way through. It basically brought a significant amount of precipitation all along the northeast into the southeast. Once it made landfall in the area of near the Florida Panhandle, it was really inundated all of the major states that it impacted, whether it was Georgia, whether it was South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, into the area of Washington D.C. Now it's impacting Maine. We can see along the seaboard actually what's actually happening with the severe thunderstorms, and also seeing a lot of movement as far as squall of thunderstorms that are actually moving across the region. At this time, we see those very, very powerful cells actually impacting Raleigh, North Carolina, Greenville, North Carolina, and even in Florence, South Carolina. We did see a very, very powerful cell of thunderstorms moving its way off near Myrtle Beach. So we do hope that the residents of Myrtle Beach were prepared as that system actually made its way further into the ocean. Charleston was also on the radar, where we can actually just see a complete squall line of thunderstorms all along the area from South Carolina into Virginia Beach. And the weather is not going to be over for a while. We anticipate that these thunderstorms are going to be popping up all along the northeast, and there's a more thunderstorm activity forecasted for the rest of the day for today on Friday. So as we continue to monitor these systems that are moving on, it's almost as if it's a remnant of tropical cyclone Elsa, and but there's a severe reports of thunderstorm wind damage, and you can see that the hail is somewhere between half of an inch to an inch in some places, based on the Doppler radar imagery coming in. So we're definitely watching actually what's actually happening. So we do have to make an update as far as the reports for excessive heat. We were monitoring the Doppler radar, and we saw that there was excessive heat reports in Nebraska. So we can actually see that the temperatures in the early part of the day were in the mid 90s. We have in the low 100s in New Mexico, Albuquerque area. Also, we have mid 90s in Denver, possibly very, very close to 100 degrees there. But we saw excessive heat reported by local spotters in the region of Nebraska, throughout the state of Nebraska, and we just anticipated that there was a significant heat alert and heat advisory in that region. So we just want to make sure that residents of Nebraska are definitely holding on as they endure severe heat going into this Friday evening. The heat across the nation is pretty severe. We do see high heat in the region of Phoenix, Arizona, Yuma, Arizona, into central California. But off the coast, along the coast, it was in the upper 70s. And as far as the southeast is concerned, Atlanta was earlier 86, and then Miami was just under 90 degrees. So it's definitely a warm spell out there for a lot of people across the continental United States. But we just wanted to make sure that the residents understood a severe heat warning in the region of Nebraska that was what was being reported on our Doppler radar. Going back to some of these showers that we saw in this region, it's important to note that residents in these areas should be preparing for additional thunderstorm activity throughout the evening. That's one of the reasons we wanted to do a second report here for Bow News Network for the weather. We do anticipate that based on the Storm Prediction Center, there will be thunderstorms in the region of Ohio, Illinois, as well as Missouri. But at this particular time, we're focusing on this zone of severe thunderstorms along the mid-Atlantic areas, such as South Carolina, North Carolina, into Richmond, Virginia, Baltimore, Maryland. We're just seeing a lot of different cells of severe weather all across this region as Tropical Cyclone Elsa makes its way off into the area of Maine, impacting the region of Portland, Maine. So we'll continue to monitor the weather here, and of course, we just wanted to thank all of our subscribers for reaching out to Bow News Network for the latest information about the weather. And as always remember to bow to the weather. And thank you for watching Bow News Network. And for residents of Fayetteville, Raleigh, Greenville, it's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit tough with these thunderstorms pushing through, but we hope that it will start to clear out, perhaps towards the latter part of tonight into early morning. And have a great day, and thank you for watching Bow News Network.